In a world where power decides your destiny, a little orphan girl was about to change the fate of nations. This is the story of Esther, a story of courage, faith, and the hidden hand of God. She was born Hadassah, but she would be remembered as Esther. She is the daughter of Abihail. She was Jewish by birth, but live in ancient Persian, where Jewish people live as an exile under the rule of King Xerxes. Orphaned at a young age, she was raised by her uncle Mordecai, a man who planted seeds of faith and courage in her heart. While others saw her as ordinary, God was preparing her for the extraordinary. Her cousin, a kind man named Mordecai, vowed to raise her with love and to remind her that even in exile, God's presence never leaves his people. While other children played in the streets, Hadassah learned kindness, wisdom, and strength. Beauty was her gift from God, but her true crown was her heart, full of grace and compassion. But far away in the royal palace, trouble was brewing. King Xerxes, who ruled over 120 provinces, wanted to show off the wealth, power, and glory of his kingdom, and through a banquet which lasted for 180 days, King Xerxes threw another lavish banquet in the capital of Susa that lasts for 7 days. On the 7th days of lavish feast, King Xerxes told his 7 eunuchs to bring his wife, Queen Vashti, to appear before his guests so that he could display her beauty. But she refuses. King Xerxes was embarrassed in front of his guest. He commands that Queen Vashti must be banished from the palace. A decree rang out across the empire. A new queen must be found. He added the most beautiful virgin in the land. The king officer gathered many maidens all over the provinces to Shushan Palace, and Esther was among the maiden. The palace was a place of breathtaking beauty, with its marble floors and golden halls, but it was also a place of intense rivalry. But Esther was in awe. Young women from all over the kingdom competed for the king's attention, each one fighting to win his favor. But Esther walked a different path. Guided by Mordecai's wise counsel, she carried a secret, her identity as a Jew. He told her, "Do not reveal your people or your heritage. Sometimes destiny requires patience and silence." Others chased the crown with pride and ambition, but Esther gained favor with humility. She didn't demand special treatment. She simply waited, trusting in a plan far greater than her own, and grace followed her. Haggai, the king's chief servant who is in charge of the woman, saw something special in her, giving her the best food and the finest care. After a year of beauty treatment, each maiden must appear in front of the King Xerxes. When Esther's turn came, she walked down the long, silent corridor toward the throne room. Her heart must have been racing. When King Xerxes looked upon Esther, he saw what no one else had. He saw beyond her stunning beauty to the wisdom, favor, and grace that shone from within. In that moment, a choice was made. This was no accident, no stroke of luck. It was divine design. A glittering crown was lowered onto her head. Trumpets blasted, announcing her new station. From exile to royalty, from orphan to Queen, Esther was choosing. Back at the palace gate, Mordecai, the man who had raised her, heard the news, and tears of pride filled his eyes. The little child he had once cradled in his arms had become the Queen of Persia. The kingdom celebrated their new queen with magnificent feasts and joyous music. Esther may have thought she was chosen for a life of comfort and glory, but God had chosen her for courage, for sacrifice, for a purpose she could not yet imagine. Her story whispers through time, reminding us that you are not defined by where you start, but by who God says you are. Her beauty opened the door, but it was her heart, her humility, and her faith that kept it open. This is the story of Esther's rise from orphan to queen. But her greatest test, the moment that would define her legacy, still lies ahead. This was just the beginning. If this story inspires you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay with us as we uncover how Esther's incredible courage saved an entire nation from destruction. Watch out for part 2.